He's a mess.
Can you all hear me okay? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Let's go.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Morning.
I appreciate y'all being here this morning. What we're going to go into is disinfection with the COVID-19. Everybody's becoming more aware, more concerned about what we're dealing with out there. So we just want to review a little bit on what we're using. Right now, currently, we have these three products. For the most part, we're using for disinfection. We have other products out there, but this is what we're mainly using for disinfection. That being said, this industrial germicidal cleaner, all these products are on the N list, so it's effective against COVID-19. This spray cleaner really should be just sprayed, but this is one that needs to be wiped. This is a spray and wipe material. You cannot spray this and just let it dry. This is one that you have to wipe, and you can see it will definitely do your cleaning for you. It also will kill all the microorganisms you have there. And one of the things we want to make sure, because there's been a little confusion, not a lot, but out in the industry, not with you all, but within the industry, about germicidal cleaners, disinfectant aerosols. Then there's what we call a disinfectant spray. The disinfectant sprays is more for surfaces that you're going to spray doorknobs, phones, keyboards, high-touch areas. But this is a product that you can actually just spray, and that's a fine mist. You can hardly see it. It's a fine mist that covers that. But you can spray that, and then you just leave that evaporate. You do not have to wipe this product here. This is one that you're just spraying onto the surface and letting air dry. Okay? This product here, mainly we're using this in the restrooms, mopping. This is one that you're using, and we're going to be changing that in the future to where you have a machine that you just push and it measures that for you. But currently, until where this product is gone, you would actually mix the 8 ounces into 4 gallons of water and then mop your restrooms with that. Now this is the newer system for disinfecting out there, and especially for the COVID-19, you're hearing a lot about fogging, and we're really not fogging. What this machine does, and I've just got water in here currently, but what this machine does, you have the electrolyte here, you have buddy jugs, and then you have a charging wand that goes in there, and you'll put 2 of these packets per gallon of water into the buddy jug, and then you take that blue and white wand, put it in there, hit the button, turn it on the 3rd setting, and that will charge the electrolyte and basically make the solution that you need, that you will put in this unit right here. When you have that material in there, what we're doing, and I'm going to actually go over here and plug this in so you can kind of see how this works. There's adjustments on this unit. There's adjustments on the speed of the unit right here. Putting up. Then you can back it off like that in a tighter area. If you have a large opening like this, you can put more material out there. Now this knob over here adjusts the droplet size that you're putting out into that area that if it's a classroom or whatever it may be, you can adjust the size of the droplet here. And you don't want a real fine droplet out there. We're not fogging. What we're doing is we're misting, where when we spray this out, it lands onto the surface, kills the microorganisms. Now, that being said, when you're misting with this unit, You can miss, when you go into a classroom and you miss that area, after you're done, you can do a couple of things. Because of most of the facilities out there are a little understaffed because nobody prepared for COVID when this happened. So what we're finding is we don't have enough time to actually go out there and wipe these surfaces every day. That is the best way of doing it. When you get done misting with this, if you can wipe, if you have the time where you can wipe these surfaces, when you're wiping, that's truly cleaning. When you're using a microfiber and wiping, that's truly cleaning. When we're just going out and misting, in which some facilities are doing twice a week because they just don't have the staff, when they'll go out there and actually mist, when you're misting that material, you are killing microorganisms and viruses. And you can just leave it air dry. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And this is hypochlorous acid is what that is. So there's nothing wrong with just misting it and leaving it air dry. However, I do not want you to think that you can use that exclusively and it's magically going to clean your surfaces. You still have to do cleaning. If somebody, a lot of the schools are going to eating at the desk. If they're going to be eating at their desk, you're going to have spills. You may have a Coke. You may have something sticky like that. You'll have food. You cannot just mist that out there onto that surface and expect that it's going to clean it. It is not magical. You have to do wiping in those situations also. So that's a priority there. When you get beyond the classrooms, you can spray larger areas like this also. It's safe on all surfaces that are safe for water. So that's a big plus also. Other than that, I think we'll take any questions at this point and go from there.
I have a question. These people don't damage the wax?
Will this damage the wax? No. This will not damage the wax. When you're misting like this, the product we're using in there is very safe. Your body produces hypochlorous acid. Just to give you an idea how safe it really is. Your body actually produces hypochlorous acid. So it's a very safe product. It was actually used in World War II for help take care of wounds. So, is there any other questions on what we're doing or how things are being done out there? Is everybody using basically?
I have a question.
Yes.
Using that lister, how's that around like computer equipment and stuff like that?
Good question. Very good question. When you're going over and misting, when you get up to computer equipment, electronics, be very careful with that. You don't want to go up there and blast this equipment. What I tell people you're better off doing on the computer equipment is actually putting a little bit of that disinfectant on your towel, wiping that keyboard. Or putting a little of that solution, mist it onto a towel, wipe it. And when you're doing desks, another thing I'm going to tell you, when you have these microfibers, you really have 8 sides to this. And that's important because what we're finding is we don't, to disinfect properly, we don't want to cross-contaminate. So if we fold that to where we have 8 surfaces, what some of the schools are doing out there, and everything is changing. At one point we had about 24, 25 desks in a room somewhere in that area, depending on the classroom. Now, we're putting them 6 feet apart. There's there's fewer desks in that area. So you can go in with a towel. If you've misted those desks, you can go in there, clean with this side, wipe. What they're actually doing is they're going to the next one. Now you have your gloves on. Remember to wear your PPE. You have your glasses, gloves, all your PPE on. But what they're doing is they're cleaning this one. Now when they go to the next, they're actually flipping it. You see what I'm saying? Now they're actually flipping it like this. Now what you're doing is you're not cross-contaminating. You're flipping every time you go to a new surface, okay? and then they're inverting the whole towel. If you just take it like this, you're cross-contaminated. It's going from here to there to there to there. With the COVID-19, what we have to be cautious of is not to cross-contaminate. It's to really use a microfiber. And now I know you've got these here. In the future, I believe we'll be going to a color-coded microfiber system, which is pretty standard out there. You've got red, the red-colored ones. Red will be for restrooms. Blue is for multi-purpose. And then they have green, which is more in the food service area. So we can color code. So if you see a red towel out here on a desk, there's a problem, right? Right, that should be in the restroom. You know, that's why we have a color coding system, so we don't have anything crossing over. Is there any other questions out there? We're covering everything pretty well. Good. Just the biggest thing with what we're using right now, make sure that you understand these two cans. Because this one you can spray and leave air dry. This one you cannot. If you leave this one air dry, it's going to be sticky.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's an important thing to remember on what we currently have. Alrighty. That's really it. If you don't have any other questions, or if there's anything that you've got, let me have it. So, but thank you all. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for the information.